Welcome to the Pyjama Yoga Club. If we haven't met yet, my name is Jess and I do things a little bit different. So as you notice, I am in my pyjamas and this is how I teach my morning class. So I've just finished, it's 7 a.m, still dark, and I've just finished my morning class with a group of amazing women, and we literally roll out of bed and we practice together online. So these videos are designed to get you from, I'm not ready to join a yoga class, I have no idea, I don't know where to start, to feeling confident and happy that you could walk into a class in person, or you could join an online class. Did I mention that I'm not here to be perfect? So if I do make a mistake or my words don't come out right, we're just going to keep going. And that is what it's all about. Be yourself, please. I want to be so myself that you feel comfortable to do the same. So I would love you to then feel confident and comfortable to go into a class and show up, be yourself, and recognize that this is your practice. This is not about being the same as the person next to you. This is not about looking a certain way. And that's why I really want to encourage women to show up and just be on the mat, whatever that looks like. So sometimes we don't even need to take movement. It could just be about the breath. So today's practice is all about Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath is a specific type of breath we use when we practice Hatha yoga. I teach Hatha, and in English we would say Hatha because it's TH, but it's Hatha, which is the sun and the moon. And this practice is all about finding balance, and it is a breath-based practice. So the breath we use is called Ujjayi, and if you translate Ujjayi breath, it is the breath of victory, and this breath will help you to lengthen and deepen your breath, but also it's an amazing guide, because if you can't breathe in the shape that you're in, your body is telling you you've pushed it too far. So the breath is your guide, essentially. If we're in a practice, I will remind you to breathe, and I will absolutely remind you that if you can't breathe, you've pushed your body a little bit too far, just come back, recenter. This is about meeting yourself where you're at, rather than trying to do the most challenging option, which means then you're not in tune with your body and your breath, but instead you're holding your breath and everything feels tight. So Ujjayi breath is going to help you in that way. So Ujjayi breath is also known as the ocean sound breath, because you do hear this gentle in and out flow. So what I want us to do, first of all, find a comfortable seat, sit up nice and tall. You might want to use a prop, so I'm sitting on a block. There is a whole nother video about props, how to sit comfortably, so please go and watch that if you haven't seen it yet. And this is about finding a long spine, relaxing your shoulders, and making sure you can sit comfortably for a few minutes. You might be sitting in a chair. We're going to start by breathing through the mouth. And all I want you to do is pretend that you're going to clean your sunglasses. So if your sunglasses are in front of you, you would take that big breath out, and then you're going to mist up and clean your glasses. The sound that we just made is the sound we're looking for with Ujjayi. So we start to do it through the mouth to find that sound, and we notice that the sound is coming from here. So bottom of the throat, top of the chest. It's probably feels more comfortable on the way out than on the way in. Absolutely normal. And over time, it will become more natural. So if it feels a bit sticky, don't worry. We're actually not going to breathe through the mouth for very long. So first of all, just establish that sound. And then when you feel ready, I want you to close the mouth, and you're going to now draw that same sound through the nose. So you're still breathing from here. You're not breathing directly through the nostrils. You haven't got that sound here. We're breathing from here. So try now with the mouth closed. Try if you can to find an even inhale and exhale. So roughly the same, in and out. You can find a little pace that works for you. That's your rhythm. Don't try and extend it. Don't try and complicate it. Just find a gentle, even pace. Don't try and lengthen it. Once you've found that breath, I then want you to notice what's happening in your body. So on your inhales, Just keep breathing on your inhales. Think about lifting the crown up towards the sky. The chest is expanding, you're opening up the rib cage, and then your belly has got space to expand. On your exhale, draw the belly in, and then everything softens down. So think about expanding and opening up on the inhale, releasing and softening down on the exhale. So inhaling from above to open, exhaling from below to release and to soften. And that really comes into play when you start to move the body in yoga. So when we're coming into a forward fold, for example, we would come into a forward fold on the exhale. So as we close down, when we come into a stretch, we would come in on the inhale and we would open the body. So this breath is going to really support your practice and help you to not only establish what feels right and if you're pushing your body too far, but also it will help you to go a little bit deeper into some of the postures, but also find that softness when we come into things like a forward fold. And so you'll learn all of these movements over time, but for right now, I would recommend practicing the breath on its own in a comfortable seated position for about a minute a day. And that's it. We don't need to overcomplicate it. When you then feel ready, you've established your breath and you feel comfortable, then we can start to put a little bit of movement into our practice as well. But these videos and this channel is here and designed to help you take things step by step. There is no rush, and even just sitting with your breath for a minute, you're practicing yoga, you're resetting your nervous system, you're finding that rest and digest rather than being in your fight and flight all the time. So quite a lot of our time we spend our days in fight and flight, in that type of nervous energy, and actually we want to shift as often as we can into rest and digest and come into the parasympathetic nervous system. And just by breathing for a minute in a really mindful way, finding that even pace, you are going to start to shift. So have a practice. Please do let me know how you get on in the comments. Share this video with a friend if you know someone else needs to learn how to take a moment for themselves and to breathe. And I'll see you again in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe so you get all the videos coming through to you, and I can't wait to see how you get on in your journey, and hopefully one day I'll meet you on the mat. Namaste.